Hi folks, Puffin here with your Antifa News Briefa for September 16th, 2021. Australia is buying nuclear submarines from America, and the UK is for some reason part of this deal. What the white supremacy is that? I'm sure you're asking yourself the same question, and I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you. First of all, America just lost two huge wars, like its two hugest, longest, most expensive wars. And America is the most warlike country that's ever existed on Earth. And we just lost the last two wars, hopefully the last two wars ever, because why even do war anymore? And we didn't lose the wars because we didn't have submarines in Afghanistan. Or for instance, we probably did have submarines, nuclear submarines in the Persian Gulf in the Iraq War. Didn't win it for us. So nuclear submarines are stupid. On top of that, we got this, it's provocative to China. China doesn't like it, and they know that China wasn't going to like it. But not only that, France doesn't like it. Our allies, France, from the last big war, our allies, France, don't like us selling nuclear submarines to Australia because they were going to sell them regular submarines, and they canceled that deal for tens of billions of dollars. Now, people of Australia, you're spending tens of billions of dollars on nuclear submarines. Maybe protest that and cancel the deal on your end. Thank you if you can do that. That'd be awesome. I heard a news story about El Salvadorans protesting Bitcoin. 1,000 people in El Salvador are protesting Bitcoin versus all the other people who are pretty happy about it. And the only people who are losing money on this are people who are like making fees off people transferring money back to El Salvador, which is a lot because now they can do it through Bitcoin. Anyway, and so those people don't get their fees. So you imagine those are the people who are funding the protesters, but that protest has made it onto BBC or NPR News. And I'm like, why doesn't 1,000 people protesting police brutality make it onto NPR News? Because that's happening every day in America. Anyway, this is America, okay? That's the first point I want to make is war doesn't work at all. We've been losing wars, so why buy this? Why spend all this money on war when war doesn't even work anymore? The nuclear submarines will probably work, but what do you need them for? Like, let's spend our money on stuff that can benefit everybody. And, we should be learning that lesson by now. But back to this is America. Okay, I'm an American. This is America. Okay, this is America. Hold on a second. This is America. 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 Like, no offense, America, but I'm an American. I'm actually super freaking American. Anyway, point being, like a lot of us are against war in America. I know we come across like super war, Captain War America, but a lot of us are against war and have wanted to stop it forever. And war is white supremacy. Like when you look back on the last centuries of war, it's white people doing most of it. Like you got some other people pitching in, like the Japanese were doing it from a Japanese supremacist point of view. Supremacy is pretty bad, and white supremacy is kind of like the game in town in this world on Earth for, the last few hundred years. And it's definitely the one that's in full effect right now. And what you see what's the point between UK, USA, and Australia teaming up as some like super English speaking pact, within like NATO and other pacts that include foreign countries? It's just to emphasize some type of super white supremacy. We don't need it. Like, we need to cut that out. We need to call that out and root it out, and everybody will be better for it. And yeah, we're the worst for it in America, like Trump. Like, obviously, we're the most, KKK worst fascists, in history. After the Nazis, who kind of like took it from us and then shipped it back to us. It was kind of all part of the same tradition. And we need to cut it out. Like, literally cut it out. Like, get these people out of our society and out of the spheres of influence. When you go to jail, you don't have internet access anymore. So we don't have to hear from these people anymore. Like, it's time to call them what they are, terrorists, and shut them down. And you don't need war to do that. You can just peacefully surround people or whatever. Get them locked up. Anyway, point being, it doesn't even have to be locked up. You can do re-education. You can be gentler about it. So anyway, that's the USA side of it, white supremacy side of it. And we just don't win wars. And it's not because you don't have enough submarines. Like, war is obsolete. So let's cancel it. Let's cancel that sale. Let's cancel that bill. And let's be honest about what this really is. It's all racism. It's all trying to prop up racism. So let's stop propping up the racist system. Let's take a step back. Like, it's not, there is a problem within the military that it's, white people all the way down, like in command. But, even then, General Milley, I'm pretty impressed with. Like, he's given me the most positive impression of the American military I've ever had. Just him. Like, he speaks well. I like the stuff that he says. He's, seems like an intelligent person, well spoken. Like, I heard a report from the Jewish soldier. His family had been killed by the Nazis. He came over here and joined American military, he's a Colorado hero, became a ski soldier, like in the very first skiing brigade for World War II, and, was a hero and did all sorts of stuff. But he mentioned how, like, his fellow soldiers in the ski patrol were not anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic, because they were more intelligent people who were, like, sympathetic to the cause. But a lot of the commanders were, just because they were from wherever in America, and that's part of their culture. And then I heard the FBI whistleblower guy, Terry Aubrey, talking about how, the FBI is just completely KKK, like just racist, terrible. And like that, you can tell that it's fraud throughout our system. So we need to root it out. We need to investigate the FBI, defund police, and, change laws and stuff, change the whole system of police work, all this stuff to end white supremacy. But it's like, the real problem is that in the culture, there's people who act like white people who act like war is the only thing good about us, about America, about, white people. And it's like, there are other good, white people have other good characteristics. Some of us are good at art and music and writing movies, and some of us are trying to at least get the most improved award for, like, sex and stuff. Like, we're good at things. We have other things to be happy about and to want to showcase. We're really good at making movies and stuff, and better the more we involve other people in making those movies. But we've had this tradition and this ability to do stuff. War is not where it's at. We need to go ahead and cancel that and put our resources into other stuff. Turn the military into green energy conversion and rescue squad.